and gentlemen, our next fight of the evening is in a Tuff-N-Uff lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 1 win and no loss. Fighting out of Cavalcanti, Las Vegas, Nevada, Calvin Parrington. His opponent stands across the cage in the red corner, making his Tuff-N-Uff debut tonight, fighting out of Drysdale Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Las Vegas, Nevada, Ian Radford. The referee in charge of the action inside the cage is Dr. John Quinn.
All right, Parrington in the blue corner. You can tell by the gloves on the wrists, he's got the blue tape. He's wearing black with red and white stripes. And then we have Ian Radford with the red gloves, red tape, excuse me, on his gloves with the nice striking, by the way. And he's wearing black trunks as well. Wow, well-timed takedown by Calvin Parrington. Nice takedown by Ian Radford.
Parrington was swinging for the fences, wasn't he?
He sure was. Now we got Radford on top. Although Parrington's attacking one of his arms, now I think he should be concerned with that second hook going in, though.
So it's probably not a position where you want a Robert Drysdale guy on.
It's a position where you don't want to rest when you're on the bottom. You want to fight hands and clear this position. You don't want a guy on your back. He's got to free that leg. He's got to free that right leg.
Now, I guess the one thing that's nice, if someone does take your back, is at least it's only a 2-minute round.
Yeah, it's a real nice thing about it.
Radford's got to get to work, doesn't he?
He definitely does. Just let him stall his round here in a safe position.
He's up, though.
And he goes for a ride. Nice takedown by Calvin Parrington. Nice slam, I should say. Goes into a mount position. And Radford escapes through the back. Now they're back on their feet. Good pace. Yeah. Big right hand by Radford. Followed by a kick that's blocked by Parrington. Parrington comes back with a kick right down the middle, a front kick. That does land.
Good right hand.
Nice trip by Parrington.
Inside trip.
Yeah. 19 seconds left to go. What does Parrington need to do to solidify this round?
A little bit of ground and pound here I think would help his cause.
Some nice elbows. Don't give up this position. Felt like he kind of let him up. A little bit of a spinning back fist there. I think Parrington did enough there at the very end to steal this round. How about you guys?
I agree. Parrington definitely the aggressor in that round.
I think by the slightest of margins, but yeah, you got to give it to him. Some WWE slamming going out there tonight, right?
It sure was. Those were some really good slams. So you've done a little bit of work with Ken Hahn before?
Yeah, excellent straight coach, excellent coach.
So when you're sitting here in between rounds, I know you got to listen to what your coaches are saying. Is there a little piece of you that kind of want to look across at your opponent and see what he's looking like?
Maybe when we stand up, usually I'm so exhausted right here, I'm just trying to get as much water and not look as tired as I can. I'm trying not to look exhausted. Now I might take a peek over, hope he's not tired. Hope he's more tired than I am.
Well, they both seem to be in pretty good shape. And here we go with round 2. Parrington, black trunks, red and white. Radford, black trunks. He's also got red and white, but no stripes, so that's the difference there. Radford staying busy with those kicks. A few of them did land, scoring some points here, impressing the judges. There's another kick to the right leg of Parrington. Parrington greets him with one of his own. Uh-oh, he went up the middle, but looked like Parrington was willing to oblige and stay within the fight. Parrington get a little bit cocky there. However, he winds up getting on top of Radford after that slip.
He's in a great position right here to land some ground and pound. He took some leg kicks to start off.
Now that's how he finished round 1, and Radford created a nice escape and got back to his feet. Parrington definitely needs to stay busy here and continue to improve his position or inflict some damage.
Radford doing a nice job trying to get that left hand out there. Came out on top.
Took a risk, now he's on the bottom.
He takes his back, has one hook in.
This has been the theme of this fight, though, right? Back and forth, back and forth.
Definitely. He doesn't have the second hook in. Maybe too high as well. We got 40 seconds left here in round 2. We're at Festibrawl here, Tuff-N-Uff Amateur Fighting Championships. Host location, the Cannery Casino Hotel.
It's a good job fighting that rear naked choke. Has that arm doubled up on the other side of his head and now reverses him. Good job.
Now fists, knees, feet, kicks, everything allowed. No elbows, however, here at Tuff-N-Uff. Got 10 seconds to go with Parrington on top.
Back on top, now gets the mount.
Can he finish with some ground and pound? That's the question. Yeah, I think that was a little bit of inexperience because by backing off, he didn't really solidify the round. I'll tell you what, man, these guys aren't making it easy for us. Some of these rounds are tough.
Yeah, they are.
Very hard to score.
Luckily for us, we don't got to do it.
I'd still like to get your guys' opinion. I'm going to go with Parrington just because he wound up on top there at the very end. It's tough because both guys had good, decent position on the other guy on the bottom. Not much striking, but I think the last impression was up by Parrington. I'll go 10-9 Parrington.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with Radford. I think he landed a lot of good. If you look at the welt over here growing on Parrington's leg, I thought he landed some good kicks, knocked him down with one of those. They both had different moments there on the ground, so I'm going to kind of go with Radford on this one.
Go Radford as well.
It's the third time you bastards have gone against me. What's conspiracy here or what? All right, here we go, round 3. Both guys ready to go.
Somebody's got to take charge here right now. You know, somebody's got to dig deep and make a valiant attack and take over this fight.
Parrington's very relaxed in there. I can give him that. Radford in a very technical stance there, pushes Parrington against the cage. Parrington throws a knee, but Radford gets him down to the ground and slams him down. Now let's see what he can do with this position.
A little bit of a payback there.
They've had some interesting scrambles, and here's another one with Parrington winding on top, inside control.
Parrington got some funky scrambles.
Nice.
Straight into mount.
Pass and he's up against the fence. It's not a good spot for him. He's got to create space here.
Very educated crowd as they're all getting excited about the prospects from that mount position.
Look for the arm there.
He is going for the arm. Can he get it?
Switch to the triangle. Oh, still got that
Radford
arm.
defending.
Wow.
Can he straighten out?
Got to extend.
He's got a good shot. Referee's right
the
there,
tap.
and we have a tap. Calvin Parrington taps out Ian Radford.
Calvin Parrington really locked onto that arm and didn't let it go. He really stuck on that arm.
Great fight.
What an effort. Yeah, excellent fight. Excellent fight.
The crowd erupts here for Calvin Parrington as he goes to 2-0. Radford experiences the first loss of his career. It's his debut fight, so one of the two had to happen. He now goes to 0-1. But he left an impression on me. I'll definitely be looking to see his improvements, see what he does next. All kudos to Calvin Parrington, though.
Parrington won that
Third
fight
round
on
submission.
He won that fight on out-scrambling him. He just out-scrambled. He just out-scrambled Radford.
Yeah, definitely. Both guys really look savvy for only having a combined one fight between the two. We're going to send it up to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute, 10 seconds into the third round, your winner by tap out due to armbar, Calvin Parrington.
Parrington scores the armbar, takes his record to 2-0. And that completes the third fight here at Festibrawl. Tuff-N-Uff, the future stars of MMA. We can't wait to call Fight 4 for you, and it'll be coming up in just a few minutes.